Hey guys, welcome to Knowing Woman Tarot. This is Kendra B, and I am here today to talk to I'm here today to talk about Capricorns, not necessarily to talk to Capricorns, but if you are a Capricorn, I do feel like this little conversation that we're going to have, it may be enlightening for you, and I welcome you to join because I welcome your comments and I would like to get your feedback on the things that I'm going to discuss today, okay? So, the reason why I am doing this impromptu reading, and I keep trying to say it's for Capricorn, but let me take that back. It's not for Capricorn, it's about Capricorn energy, okay? This is a reading about Capricorn energy because I've been getting a lot of downloads and dreams and impressions upon my spirit about Capricorn energy, and not just Capricorn energy, but my own personal relationship with Capricorn energy. I still have makeup on my hands. um, so as of right now, I feel like Capricorn is really going through a major transformation collectively right now. Let me just say that. Um, and what I want to impart on you today, what I really want to speak about is the relationship between Capricorn and the devil in tarot, terminology. Okay. So, as a lot of you may know, the devil card, sometimes it can look like this. This is from my Dreams of Gaia deck. It doesn't necessarily have a devil card, but this is the card that I use to represent that devil energy. Now, let's talk about the similarities between this devil character and Capricorn, okay? A few things. The first thing that comes up to me is power, right? Capricorn, the planet Saturn, this devil energy is all about power, right? It's all about structure as well. It's all about business. It's all about how things relate to your stability, to your foundations, to your government. Anything that is a solid foundation that is put in place to make your life move or work, right? Very work driven, very business driven. So let's talk about these similarities, right? So when you think about, or when I think about the devil, I think about the horns, of course, which is similar to the symbol, the animal symbol for Capricorn, which is the goat, right? The goat is always trying to climb that mountain, and he's so good at it. He's so good at the stability. He's so good at hanging on that cliff and really just being attached. That's the other word that goes along with it, which is attachment, right? So Capricorn is very much about taking something that is stable, physical, earthly, work driven, business, systemic, and attaching itself to that in order to bring about stability for the future, right? That's a very, very Capricorn type of energy. So, if Capricorn has to work a job that he or she hates, they'll do it, especially if it's paying them a lot of money. If you're going to be an undertaker, if you're going to be a police officer, like I think of dirty jobs when I think about Capricorn. I think of like the Wolf of Wall Street. I think about politics. I think about religion. Anything where you can get people to buy onto a premise, to a structure, to an ideal that is going to hold them attached to it in order for the whole thing to work, if that makes sense, right? So let's talk about think about like the government, right? There are a lot of things that we do here in America that are just second nature because that's what our country was founded on, right? So you think about the right to bear arms. That's what we were founded on. You think about capitalism. That's what we were founded on. And there are a lot of people, and I'll even say it, white supremacy, this country was founded on those terms, right? And I feel like Capricorn energy has been speaking heavily to me about wanting a change, you know? Going back to this devil energy, I'm just going to put you in my little storyline that I have going in my head, okay? My storyline is kind of like the story of Lucifer on Netflix. I don't know if y'all watch it, but it's a cool little show. Basically, Lucifer is living on Earth. You know, he's decided he doesn't want to be the devil anymore, but he still thinks of himself as a bad guy. He's a player. He owns a nightclub. He banging bitches. He drinking. He doing drugs. He just living it up, right? But the more he stays on Earth, the more he realizes that he's not necessarily a bad guy, even though he got dealt a bad job. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, his father, God, the Most High, whatever you want to call it, Source, deemed him in this position of, you are going to be in control of, torturing souls for eternity. That's your job. Here's the keys. There's your position. This is how much you're going to get paid. You know what I'm saying? It's like, here's everything you need. And he did that job, and he did it well for a very, very, very long time. But the whole time he's doing this job, he's thinking to himself, I should be the boss. I should be in charge of this whole shebang. I should be in charge of everything. I could do a much better job, if I was given a chance to run this whole world. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like what the devil is, even in biblical sense, right? You think about the devil as a fallen angel. So he's someone that God said, you know what, you got to go down up in the bowels of this hell, and I'm going to give you dominion over that. But this is where you're going to be, and this is the work that you have to do. And he was like, okay. And he thugged it out, and he was good at it. People feared him. People revered him, Stick with me, y'all. I know this sounds really crazy, but it's just been hitting my spirit, so I just wanted to make a video about it, okay? All right, so now you got Capricorn / the devil. He's at the top of his game. He's got people attached to this system just the way they're supposed to be. So he's getting bonuses. He's getting vacations. He's getting all the money in the world, but he's not happy. He feels like he can do better, right? Fast forward to the age of Aquarius that we are in right now. I call it Ascension 2020. Things are shifting in all of us on a cellular level, on a spiritual level, on a physical. Everything is shifting right now, right? So a lot of the things that we have been attached to, are not working. And we're becoming aware of the fact that they are not working, right? That's the awakening of Aquarius. Now that Aquarius is looking over this situation and realizing that things aren't working, there's this rebellious nature coming through in the form of Aquarian energy. And I feel it right now. I feel like we are in a moment where Aquarius and Capricorn are kind of at a stalemate. Because there's this energy that wants to come in that is very individualistic. It's very high vibrational. It's very love driven. And it wants to do things on its terms without everything that Capricorn / the devil has tied us to, right? Now, when I think about Capricorn, a lot of Capricorns in my life went through a lot last year with their jobs, either going from making a lot of money to no money at all, to working for a corporation and going into business for themselves, into, just working and thinking about themselves, and going from that into all of a sudden you're this family person. Or it's just been big, 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 big changes for this Capricorn energy, right? So while I feel like we are going in a lighter, freer direction as a collective, I still feel like Capricorn needs a little bit of push, and he needs a little bit of support in relinquishing his role. So, what I want to say to you, Capricorn collective energy, that includes you as human beings that are listening to this. But what I would like to say to Capricorn energy as a whole is you deserve to be the boss. You deserve to be a leader. You can absolutely, be the boss of all this shit. But what you need to know is that this company that we call reality, this company that we call Earth and existence, is going under new management. It's not the same management that you once were. It's not the same management that hired you, Capricorn. It's not the same management that hired you, okay? So you may have had a great living running hell. You know what I'm saying? Keeping people attached to things that don't honor them and don't lift them up and don't grow them. You've been very, very, very good at that, Capricorn. But under this new management, it may seem very different to you and kumbaya and la-di-da, because everybody knows a Capricorn. And everybody knows that Capricorns are not easily impressed. They're very jaded. They expect the best but prepare for the worst most of the times. Like, they're not going to be considered the most optimistic people in the world. They're either a realist or they're downright pessimistic, and I feel like that's the energy that Capricorn is in right now. It's like you see the horizon. You see the horizon of everything that we could possibly be as a collective, but you're still not convinced that it's possible. It still feels like this fairy tale, namby-pamby, fucking Care Bears, kumbaya type of shit to you. And that's cool. That's fine. But what I'm telling you is there's going to be a raise in it for you. You're going to get way more vacation time. You're going to feel much more connected to yourself and to your family. You're going to feel good about your job. You're going to be proud of what you're doing. And you're going to, I don't know, I just feel like this is a transitional period that is a big fucking deal. Like, it's the whole premise of heaven on earth. And I feel like instead of the devil being this bad guy, keeping you attached to things and addicted to things that harm you, I feel like he's going to be freed. This Capricorn energy that I'm speaking of, he's going to be freed from the prison of expecting bad things to happen, because that's what has always happened. Not only are we getting free, he's getting free and he's getting promoted. He's getting his halo. He's getting his wings back. You know? And it's so funny because that was one of the episodes on Lucifer where his wings just kept growing back. And he's like cutting them off. He's gnawing them off. He does not want to accept the fact that he is ascending, that his consciousness has changed since he left hell. He wants to keep that bad guy swagger. Even though he's in a position where your wings are growing back daily, you're in love with a beautiful woman, you actually are working a job that you're passionate about, and you're happy. Like, sometimes it's hard to let go of those titles, isn't it? I know this may seem really weird to a lot of people for me to be talking about things like this, but I feel like, thank you, Aquarius, we have to be in a position where we are able to form thoughts for ourselves and not always have that fear of, that's not what it said in the Bible. That's not what my grandma taught me. That's not what, you know what I'm saying? Because my spiritual journey has been very bumpy. I lived a whole year of my life thinking that I was being punished for thinking outside of the box, and I'm just starting to get back to myself in these last few months, weeks. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have any regrets about the thoughts that I've allowed in my mind and the things that I've allowed myself to ponder on, because it's my job. I'm a Gemini, I'm an air sign. It is my job to expand my consciousness on behalf of this entire collective that we call ourselves a part of. So I'm just glad that you're here with me. If you're still listening, that means you're a weirdo like me. So, hey, welcome. I want to go ahead and get into a reading. And before we do it, let's just look at this card again because this is what we're talking about. You see this card? He's playing the game. Okay? He knows the game. He's going to play it. He's not going to go against the grain. This is what he's here to do. He's here to be the devil. No matter who's sad about it, no matter if he can't be his authentic self, no matter if he is creating chaos, that's the job he was given, and that's the job he's going to do because he's good at it. But let's shuffle these cards. I want to get some additional information for my beautiful Capricorn collective and for all of us. Because I can feel the parts of myself that are reluctant to change. I can feel the parts of myself that are afraid. I can feel the parts of myself that are still tense. I've had a tension in my neck, my shoulders, like my been gritting my teeth at night. And you know the bones are ruled by Capricorn. So if you're feeling tense in your body, in your physical body, you're having teeth problems, this is a Capricorn issue. Okay? So I just want you to think about that. All right, so we are going to call in our beautiful spirit guides. We are going to call in the ascendant masters, angels, and our beautiful ancestors who resonate with our loving beingness. We ask that you're here with us to impart messages to the collective about our beautiful brother Capricorn / devil energy. This is the ascension of Capricorn. This is the ascension of dear Capricorn. We got the Knight of Water. Not the Knight, the King of Water. Now, I said Knight, and that gives me this impression of moving. It gives me this impression of an emotional message that's coming forth. Okay? Capricorns, you may be finding yourselves in a very tumultuous emotional state right now, and it's something that you're not used to. You're used to handling your emotions very, very well. But if they are coming in, if you feel like you're being tousled about by the oceans of emotions, stand firm. Stand firm. Allow yourself to feel your feelings, because the King of Water energy is where we are headed. We're talking about the death of toxic masculinity. We're talking about the death of, I don't want to say capitalism because I don't want to scare anybody here. I don't know why the color is changing on my camera. I'm looking very warm. But, just it's time for us to open our minds and think of a different way to exist. We wake up every day, and most of the goals that we have are centered around money and productivity and work, business, capitalism. And I feel like going forward, we're going to be coming away from that as a society. Capricorn and those keys that he jangles on his side have definitely got us locked into that mentality. And that's something that is being purged from him right now. So, Capricorns, you may be going through a little bit of instability right now in your emotions, but the whole point is to get you here. Like if you follow that ocean of emotion, those fears and tears and everything that's coming up right now, this is where you're going to land. And it's at the King of Water. This is the epitome of compassion and masculinity at the same time. He's a compassionate leader. He's a nurturing father. He is balanced in his emotions and his intellect. He respects his woman. He listens to children. He treats everyone like he wants to be treated. He is the epitome of what it means to be a man. And I love the King of Water for that. Thank you, Spirit. All right. And then we have the Counselor. Another water card. The Counselor. So there is someone right now that you are interacting with, Capricorn, that may be I think I said this in the Capricorn reading. Like, there is someone in your midst. It could be an older male. It could be a significant other. I'm definitely getting older. But I feel like there's someone that you've been communicating with that is giving you a different perspective on what it means to be a man. This could also just be the situation that you're involved in, the things that you're having to go through and push through that are transforming you in the process into this King of Water energy. What's crossing beautiful Capricorn energy at this time? What is crossing Capricorn energy at this time? Thoughts. Who thoughts are so hard, baby doll. Like, the thing is, wherever your thoughts go, that's where your energy flows, right? That's to say it. So at this time, you're going to have to be careful of your thought patterns, thought patterns. Just because this happened in 1982 and in 1995 doesn't mean it has to happen that way right now. You can choose what you focus on. It's your choice. You can choose exactly where you're putting your focus. And I would like to know, where are you putting your focus? Where's Capricorn putting their focus right now? Ooh, the King of Fire. I love that. It's like you are starting to put yourself first. You're starting to realize your own power, the power of your voice, the power of communication, and bravery. Hello. Capricorns, y'all are notoriously wimpy in the emotional department. Okay? I need you to think you can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Y'all are notoriously wimpy when it comes to those damn emotions. You will run a business. You will be the boss. You will be the parent. You'll do all these things. You'll make $1 billion. But when it's time to really be vulnerable, personally vulnerable, I don't mean showing up for somebody else. I mean really sitting with your own emotional issues and traumas and trying to sort them out. Y'all are fucking wimpy when it comes to that. So we're needing a little bit more bravery. Leo season is here for that. Good old Leo season. I've been feeling that bravery of Leo season definitely since the end of July. The end of June and July, that Cancer season had me so lost up in them waters, y'all. I was so lost in my damn feelings. And when I say Leo came through and it was like, bitch, what? No, that's not what we're doing. We're doing this, not that. So we got a moment of bravery here. Accept it. Accept it. You got to believe you can do it, Capricorn. I know it's hard for you to be optimistic sometimes, but you have to believe that you have a choice. You have to believe that you are the ultimate authority. It's not just how things are. It's not just how things are, because I hear y'all saying that. Well, that's just how the world is. That's just how people are. It's not. You, in your mind, can literally make a conscious choice of how you're going to be, and it's going to shift everything in your environment. So how are you going to be? How does Spirit want you to be? What's crowning us? Ooh, the Sage. This is wisdom. This is maturity. And this is also showing you the way. Like, I feel like you're being ushered in. This is a momentous occasion. This is spiritually, what do you call it? Divinely orchestrated. You're being led down this path. And I keep getting this notion that it's someone older than you. Jupiter, Sagittarius energy. I'm getting Sagittarius energy. An older male figure who's so positive. And he's just making it easier and funner, more fun and more light. And it's almost, it's not like a trick, like he's tricking you, but I feel like it's kind of taken you off guard a little bit, like you've let your guard down just long enough to have a good time, and you're actually learning and growing in the process. Mm-hmm. Subconsciously, because we always know we got a generational curse at work, we got some ancestral things at work that try to keep us in these patterns. So subconsciously, why are we being held in this pattern? What is he afraid to let go of? What is he afraid to let go of? I need to know. Let me shuffle you one more time. All right, what you afraid to let go of, Cappy? What are you losing here? What's the big fear? I need to know deep down, subconscious, up in the psychologicals. What is it? I'm getting Scorpio energy. What is it? What is it? What is it? You see that little crying baby boy? What is it? Consequences, choice, and the Ace of Earth. So, this feels like something from eons ago. And it's saddening to me. You know, I'm getting this cosmic choice that had to be made about Earth. And Capricorn, it feels like you are taking the blame for something that's not necessarily your fault. The consequences of your choice. It's almost like it's easier to just be like, well, that's just the way it is, instead of making a conscious choice about something. It's easier for you to just say, this is how Earth is, and it's how it's going to be. Oh. We got the Hero and the Four of Fire. So I feel like you failed something. It's like a big old sense of failure. Like you could have done something, but you didn't do it. And you've carried that around for a very, very, very long time. Of course, I'm speaking cosmically and personally to you who may be watching. But cosmically, it feels like this being who wanted to come to Earth and just show up and show out, like very optimistic about what you were going to do and how you were going to do it. And there was this choice made, and it turned out to be a very devastating choice. Some people died. Some they may have died. You may have lost people you loved, relationships. I'm just sensing like one decision and it changes everything. It changes your demeanor. It changes your outlook on life. Like one mistake really just dashed your hopes and your dreams. But I keep getting Sagittarian energy. I feel like this is your boy. Like the Sagittarian energy feels like a long lost cousin or father or brother. It's like real serious bro energy. And I feel like he's coming back to remind you of your power and to remind you how to have a good time and to remind you that ain't nobody tripping, bro. Like, this could literally be the person who you feel like you let down. It could literally be the person, and I'm getting, for some of you, there is someone who passed away and you might feel like it was your fault, like you could have done something more about it. But they're like, bro, no, there's nothing you could have done about it. And they're in such a jovial mood. Like, it's like you're sitting over here crying and sad and blaming yourself, and this person is on to the next part of their journey. They're not tripping. It's like I'm literally feeling both sides of the energy. I'm feeling what it feels like to be sad and just, it feels like stuck in this emotional state of regret. And then you have this other energy that's just like, it's gonna be okay, bro, it's gonna be okay, like very upbeat. So I feel like this Sagittarian energy is inviting you over, Capricorn. It's like you can sit here and cry over spilled milk, and you can be in a bad predicament, and you can take the fucked up job, or you can get up, you can dust yourself off, look up to the sky, and realize you got a whole family waiting for you. A whole party of people who've been rooting for you to get up and join them in this happy occasion. Let's talk about the recent past. Recent past for Capricorn. Recent past may have been some triggers. Something that may have triggered all this. Something that may have triggered all this. Oh, we got the Ace of Air. Back on some air shit here now. So the Ace of Air is about a new opportunity in the air realm, which is also your mental space. It could be messages coming through the mail, through email, through a friend, through your ancestors. I would even call it a download. It feels like Spirit wants to lighten your load. Spirit literally wants to lighten your load. So you may have gotten a message recently via download, via friend, email, something. Hello, your destiny's calling. We're back at it. We're back at it. We're back at square one. Because guess what? We can live on this planet and go round and round and round and round in circles. But at the end of the day, your destiny going to keep knocking. Your destiny going to keep calling. So you may have looked up, sitting in that little cubicle, and said, you know what? I cannot fucking do this no more. You might have rolled over and looked at your man and said, you know what? If I don't get the fuck out of this relationship, I'm going to murder somebody. There's a destiny calling here for you, Capricorn. There's a destiny calling for you. So let's talk about the near future. What can you expect in the near future? Might be a little bit of alone time. Might be a little introspection. Maybe looking back over your life and the things that you've done. The things that you're not so proud of. The things that you are proud of. It feels like taking stock. You're taking stock. And the advice that I'm going to give to you, my sweet, sweet, sweet Capricorn, is whatever you find in that dark abyss, I need you to love up on it. Okay? Whoever you may be in the dark, quiet places that no one else may know about, I need you to love on it. Tens are also about new cycles. It's like you've reached the end of your road and you're starting on this new journey. The sky is the limit. But where do you want to go? What do you want to do? This may be where you are right now. And it feels, it makes sense because it's how I feel in my body right now. It's like I know I don't want to do that. And now I have the whole world in front of me. What is it that I want to do? First of all, you're not alone. I need you in prayer. If you don't believe in God, I need you in meditation. I need you calling upon your higher self. Because spirit is always at work. You ain't got to believe in God, baby doll. But there is something higher than you, even if it's your higher self, that already knows the way, and you're going to have to tap into it. They're going to tell you exactly what to do. But the first thing you got to do, because guess what? You're not going to get a printed out list of instructions. It's never going to happen. This is a paint by number situation. So you got to paint all the ones, and then you got to paint all the twos, and then you got to paint all the threes, and then by the time you get to the fours, now you can see what this little paint going to be. So you're at square one. Square one is believing that there's something different out there, believing that you have the support, believing that your life is about more than what it's been about all this time, whatever it is you was focusing on. You have to believe that there's something better out there. That's all I'm asking, Capricorn. Just believe. Just give me that much. Just give me that much. Just give me half of your ears, just half of your attention to be like, just listen to the proposal that Spirit has for you. Attitude for Capricorn. Oh! I'm going to take the integrity and the King of Air. So you want to do something you can be proud of, huh, Capricorn? You want to call the shots. You know you're supposed to be calling the shots. And Spirit does know too now. You know what I'm saying? Because the reason why the devil couldn't call the shots eons ago, yesterday, day before, or any time in the past is because your level of consciousness hadn't gotten to a place where you believe that everyone has their free will, that you believe that everyone is an individual, that everybody deserves respect, that everybody deserves, it's like a level of selfishness had to be purged out of you, a level of arrogance had to be purged out of you, a level of just, you needed to be purged. You needed to be purged. Like, it's time. I'm just going to say that. It's time. You are the rightful heir to this throne, Capricorn. You've earned it. And for some reason, you don't want to believe that you've earned it. That is the craziest shit in the world to me. Like, don't shoot yourself in the foot trying to hurt somebody else's feelings. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, I ain't gonna do it just because they want me to do it. Like, you've been wanting to do this shit for 30 years. You've been wanting to do it for 30 years. And now that you have the opportunity, you cannot let arrogance or anger or some old ass trauma stand in your way. Like, you gotta get into the real of the real, which is this beautiful integrity card. The person that you know you are. The person you know you were born to be. The person that God has always known that you were in the process of becoming. You here now. External factors. External factors. What do we have in the external factors? From a beautiful. That's a lot. Hold on. Let me turn these around. Sorry. Every time I try to do a reading in the last couple of weeks, I keep getting this giant ass headache. And I try to keep my energy up, but sometimes it gets hard because I feel like my head is being squeezed in a vice grip. All right, external factors. External factors for my beautiful Cappy. Why are y'all doing this to me? External factors for my beautiful Capricorn. External factors. I think you need to narrow your scope a little bit, Capricorn. Like, there may be a lot of things because this energy is so new for you. And I felt that. Okay. If you're not used to dealing with emotions, If you're not used to dealing with emotions, let's say like a Cancer, Scorpio, water sign type of person, if you're very cerebral like most Capricorns can be, it can seem very inconvenient when things pop up emotionally because you don't have a lot of control over them. So I feel like it's you may have been in an environment where all of these little emotional fires have been popping up, like such and such did this on my job and almost got fired. Oh my god, I almost got evicted. Oh my god, my kid then got sick. Like all of this stuff is happening around you, and normally where you're such a, you know, stern, level-headed individual, these things might be breaking you down right now, Cappy. They might be breaking you down. And I feel like you fighting the force, but ain't no sense in fighting the force. All right, let me get some external factors so we can go ahead and wrap this shit up. External factors for my Cappy. External factors. I got the Two of Fire. Two of Fire is all about working together. Again, fire energy. This is somebody who either mirrors things in you, or it could just be the relationship that you have with yourself. But when I see the Two of Fire, I think of a stronger relationship where there's more trust, there's more union, there's more working together. It's like you're kind of getting to know this beast, this energy that you call yourself, and it's easier to trust, if that makes sense. Hmm. I'm also getting some temptation as well. Mm-hmm. Let's get another. I'm getting Aries energy off of that card too. Wonder where Aries is in the cosmos right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this person might be beckoning you out of your comfort zone. We got the Three of Fire and the Six of Water. So when I think about sixes, I always think about the emotional responses that you kind of came into from your family. So the way you grew up and how you were taught to deal with your emotions. Um, I feel like you may have gone back home too recently. You may have gone back home recently, and just seeing how your family interacted gave you a better idea of where you're headed right now. With all this new going on, with all this change going on, I think it gave you a really good idea of where you were emotionally and what you need to do to change in order to, make some of these beautiful things come to fruition. I feel you becoming more compassionate too, Capricorn. And I hope that's towards yourself as well as other people. We got youth in your hopes and fears. Yeah, just feeling like, you can't do it. Feeling like you don't want to let your children down. Feeling like you don't have enough knowledge, but you don't have to have all the knowledge. What I love about this card, the youth card, number one is that beautiful canine at his side and this wonderful staff that he has, and it's pointing all the way up here to this star. Like, this little boy is guided, honey. It's like you don't have to have all the education, you don't have to have all the information, you don't have to be 35, 45, 65. You can start right where you are today, just with that blind childlike awe, and just that sense of wonder and that sense of anything is possible, and spirit will guide you in that. Like, you do not have to have the whole plan, Capricorn. I keep thinking that you don't have to have the entire manual of instructions. Believe, believe, believe. Give me an outcome for Cappy. Let me get it out. This one's been trying to come out, honey. This one's been trying to come out this whole time. That's the Seven of Water. Now, that is the going with the flow. That is the ease card. That is the I'm not in control, I'm in charge card. That is the how does a fish know it's in water card. Because it doesn't. It just goes with the flow. And everything that it needs is given in the flow. Everything you need right now, Capricorn, is in the flow. Don't fight it. Do not fight this energy. I need you to, because the thing is, there's so much water on this board too. I feel like if you don't go with the flow, you're gonna be strewn around and thrown about and smashed up against rocks. And I don't want that for you, Capricorn. Like, these waters are here to cleanse you. These waters are here to purge you. They're here to gently press you on your journey and get you to where you're going, which is, guess what? A king, an emperor, a leader, a boss, ordained by Source himself. By Source himself. You're being promoted, Capricorn. And I mean that on the most cosmic level that I could possibly mean that. You are being promoted. You are no longer the middle management devil energy. Just making sure all of the riffraff stays inside the riffraff chambers. That's not going to be your job anymore. All right. That's all I got. That's all I got. I just want to thank you for listening to my ramblings. This has been weighing very heavy on my spirit, and I just want to make a video about it and see if anybody else, feels me. Do you feel me? Let me know if you feel me. Drop a comment. Let me know. I love y'all. Bye.